Hey everyone, Dev with Crime Hive, and we are doing another video on a missing person. This time it's a missing child, and his name is Braylen Noble. 3 years old. He's been missing since Friday, September 4th. Today is the evening of September 7th, Labor Day, and he is still missing. So a lot of information, a lot of details to cover in this video. FBI's getting involved. They're offering up to $5,000 reward for his recovery. So a few things we need to talk about, and we're going to dispel some of the rumors that are going on out there. And before I do, again, this is Dev with Crime Hive. If you like these kind of true crime videos, just be sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like updates, you can hit the bell notification to continue to get those updates on this case or other cases. So let's talk about this case here. This is a picture of Braylen Noble. And, you know, we've learned he's autistic. We've learned he's nonverbal, yet he does cry. So he's known to cry, but he cannot speak. And there's a few things that I really want to point out here before I get deeper into this case. There was confusion because there was another child located recently, and he's about 3 years old as well. But it wasn't Braylen, and it's actually not related in any way. So this child was his name is Jeremiah, and he was apparently wandering overnight, and he was found. He was actually found healthy and safe, and there was concern they couldn't find family, but they did. An update here is they did find the father for Jeremiah. So hopefully that's the end of that case, and there's nothing else we need to worry about there. He was found, and some people thought it might have been Braylen, but it wasn't. So, and it wasn't far. This was also in Toledo. It was about, when I looked at the map, it was about maybe 14 minutes away from the area that Braylen was last seen. So we're going to talk about Braylen and where he was. So he lives at the Hunters Ridge Apartments in Toledo, Ohio. This is about the 3400 block of Gibraltar Heights Drive. And just to give you an idea here, I pulled up this map here. So you've got the apartment complex here, and a couple things I wanted to point out here with it. You know, you've got this residential area, and the part that we've learned is there's this kind of wooded area. You've got Swan Creek, so there is some water, and law enforcement and volunteers have been searching heavily in this entire area, and it's been going on for days now. They're continuing to look for volunteers, and I'll talk more about that as well later on. But we do know that canines have been involved, drones have been utilized. They've even had dive teams searching in murky ponds and areas of water around to search for Braylen. So a couple things that I should point out with him. Braylen, he went missing, according to reports, this is about shortly after 12 p.m., and he was last seen wearing a red and white Mickey Mouse shirt. So I've seen some reports say long sleeve and some say short sleeve. So I'm just going to say shirt because, again, some reports say different things. So, but it is a Mickey Mouse shirt, and the mother of Braylen thinks that he may have fallen from a third-story window. And the reason that is because she was home, the grandmother was home in the living room, and they didn't think that Braylen would be able to just pass by them without them noticing. So, and then the window apparently was pushed in. As I was looking at this report here, as we'll look here, they've given updates on, this is WTOL11, and they've given updates each day, and I'll kind of utilize this for my notes as well. So they thought that, you know, the window was kind of pressed, the screen was pressed in, and the window was open. I've heard a couple different reports on that, but they think that was the only possibility, was that Braylen may have fallen from this third-story window, and then they're not sure what happened from then. They started searching around 12:30 p.m., and then Braylen's mother called police because they simply couldn't find him, and they started searching. They started knocking on all the doors. They started searching all over, you know, nearby businesses. They've distributed flyers. Now, I want to point out that law enforcement did interview Braylen's mother, and she is not considered a suspect. Some people thought she might have been arrested. She's been completely cooperative from what I've understood so far from these articles, and she's been searching daily, been involved in the search, the volunteer search groups, and she's obviously distraught. So just to give you an idea, they just interviewed her, and this is what she had to say about it. And I'll just pull that up real quick here, and let me see if I can find it real quick here. No, it is this video here. Here we go. Okay.
You want to just drop them off somewhere, please? Drop them off to the police station. You can drop them off here. Call my phone. Well, I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
Okay, so that's Braylen's mom, Dejanay Cox, and she's obviously very distraught over this here. Again, she's been cooperative, and now there's been a couple things that have happened during this search that I want to point out that I've learned here. So in this video here with the updates here, we learned that on the 5th, so the next day when they were searching, we learned that there was a blanket found, and apparently it may have had what looked like blood on it. Obviously, that would need to be tested. Don't know if it's even related. Police don't want to, law enforcement doesn't want to have those rumors spread. We just don't know if it's involved, but a blanket was found with possible blood on it in a cemetery across the street from the Hunters Ridge apartments where Braylen lives. So I saw another report that said it was in a tent, and they found this blanket. There were clothes also nearby. And apparently law enforcement did collect those items. They did log them into evidence, because you just never know, right? You don't know if it's involved, and hopefully it's not. Hopefully there's nothing criminal going on with this. Police had mentioned early on that they didn't suspect any foul play, but you never know. They're open to any tips, all information. They don't want any specific theories about this right now, because we just simply don't have enough information to create a theory of any kind right now. But we do have some facts, and I'm going off what I know so far. It's evolving. Things can change very drastically. If you have some new updates, you can put those in the comments below. I'd very much appreciate that, because things do change quite quickly in these cases. Now, the blanket, Braylen's mother did look at the blanket, and she had stated that she didn't think it belonged to the family, didn't recognize the blanket. So hopefully that's not involved in this case. But there was another interesting thing that had happened during this search on the 5th. Was a group of researchers found this freshly dug hole in the woods, and nearby there was a 2x4 board. So again, not sure if that's linked to this case at all. It was just one of those things that volunteer groups found. Police have noted it, but again, not sure if it's even related. So, they've been very active. Volunteers, the community is very active in this search. And again, canines, dive teams, drones, they're doing everything. They're spreading it through social media, and they will not stop searching. And we're hoping that we can get a quick resolution. But there are some pretty serious things that we've learned as well that's pretty disturbing. And there was an interview with the detective, and hard to hear with the audio, but if you can go to this video here, if you look at the top here, if you can type that in if you want to hear it yourself. You may have to turn up your volume, but and I'll tell you what he's saying. It's just a tiny snippet I'm going to play here, but it is pretty disturbing to hear.
You guys like working around the clock? Are you rotating crews? What do you? Because I know
There's a lot of man hours going through. We're doing the best we can. The FBI has been tremendous. They have a lot of resources, and they've been helping us throughout. So,
can you confirm if they've been out at a landfill or searching for anything like that?
I have not been up there, but yeah, we've been searching some place, a temporary place with like a trash storage place.
Where at?
I'm not exactly sure where it's at. It's in Michigan, but I think that was already out. Somebody put that out on Facebook. So.
Is that like a transfer station sort of thing?
Yeah, if that's what you would refer to it as, yeah.
No, it's in Michigan.
Somewhere in Michigan, yeah.
So the detective was mentioning a potential transfer station, landfill in Michigan that they're searching for Braylen. So that's a little disturbing to learn. And obviously you can't overlook anything right now. Again, if it's not criminal, it could be a very serious accident or something along those lines. And that's pretty disturbing to hear. What are your thoughts on that with the landfill talk? They're actively searching in Michigan. Have you heard anything else about that, and why Michigan? If that's where garbage garbage gets collected and gets sent to a particular landfill from that area in Toledo, Ohio. Don't know. The other thing that I looked at was the weather. If he's been out there, they've searched all around there, but if he's somehow, injured or hurt or he's wandering around, the weather right now even it shows 70 degrees. It's gotten as low as about 50. Let's see, this is on Friday the 4th. It got as low as 50 degrees, high as 75. You've got 82 as the high, low of 50. It's not terribly cold. You got to hope for the best. You can't overlook anything though, and they're still actively searching. So you can get involved. You can certainly reach out and be a volunteer. They're asking that if you do volunteer, that you wear gloves, you wear a mask, and you can also, if you have any information, you can call this number, the FBI tip line here. You can call 419-255-1111, or you can call 911 and they'll direct you to the right personnel. So I hope this information is helpful for you. If you're in that area, absolutely be on the lookout. I would encourage you to search. Just to let you know, I just got back from searching in another case with Cassandra Cantrell, and I'll have a video on that. I was searching active places where her vehicle was last found and where her phone was last pinged, and I was actually out there searching that area today, and I will have some videos on that. And we just hope that this child's found. We just hope that Braylen is found alive. And if you have any comments, comment below. Again, this is Dev with Crime Hive, and I will be back in another video soon. Y'all take care.